Hi, this is Casey Jackson with another communication solution tip for just everyday communication use. One of the things that people are really fascinated by is the difference between questions and reflections. And honestly, what's the big difference? Like, why is it so important? What we think about is common sense tells us when I'm curious about something, ask a question. That's how I'm going to get to know you if I ask you a bunch of questions. What's ironic about this is when we ask a bunch of questions, people don't necessarily feel heard and understood. So there's a big difference between me gathering data. So I'm trying to gather data, I'm trying to gather information from you. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, but that's to appease my brain. Strategic reflective listening actually gives me better access to your brain, better access to your worldview and your perspective, because that means I'm have to actively listen differently. So I'm trying to understand how your brain thinks instead of asking questions. I can make a guess or lay out there, this is what you're struggling with. This has been way harder on you than you expected it to be. No one understands where you're coming from on this. And that's why you're so frustrated right now. And those are strategic reflections. And ironically, when I reflect your reality back, you feel more heard and understood than by me asking you a bunch of questions when I'm trying to understand you. So this is just kind of a life hack on communication. And these are part of the communication solutions we try to offer to help change your world.